I'd like to show you a great effect that was originally made by Thayer Magic. Continues to be a classic and a winner today. It's the trick of the vanishing and reappearing necklace. The story goes that a king and his queen came together one day. 400 or 500 years ago, before they had cars and planes, he had to travel overseas to spread goodwill and cheer, and he would be gone for a year. Before he left, he gave his queen this beautiful pearl necklace, and he said, "Wear it close to your heart. That way I'll always be close to you." And sure enough, he left. And every night when the queen woke up, she'd put the necklace around herself and wear it in and out in town. And every night before she came home, she would put it on this beautiful stand before she went to bed so she wouldn't break it when she was sleeping. And the next morning she would get it up, and so on and so forth. This went on for about 6 months, until one day when the queen was wearing the necklace. Unfortunately, there were some evil people in town, and they decided, instead of having to work for a living, we'll steal the queen's necklace. So that night when she put it up on her stand, those thieves snuck in very quietly, and they took what rightfully wasn't theirs, the necklace. That's right, they did it just like this, and they took it and they put it inside the bag and ran off into the night. The next day they figured they'd wake up and they'd take the necklace to another place and cash it in. The sun rose, the queen woke up. The first thing she thought about was her husband, who was far away, the king, and then she remembered the necklace. She went to grab the necklace, but oh my gosh, it was gone. They searched high and low all day throughout the castle, and unfortunately, as the sun set that day, there was no such luck. The necklace was never found. The next night, she went to bed and she prayed, and she hoped that her husband, who was thousands of miles away, would be there to help her and look over her. And she went to bed. The next morning rose. The thieves, remember the thieves that stole the necklace? They were excited to get their bounty. They drove their horses into the other town, driving their horses onward, and they wanted to claim their bounty. They went to the jeweler store and said, "We've got this beautiful necklace. We want to cash it in." And the jeweler said, "No problem. Let me see it." They said, "No problem at all." But you see, the problem was, when they reached into the bag, the necklace had all but vanished. The next morning, the queen woke up, and the very sight of this bothered her so much that she decided she couldn't look at it. And so she turned it around. And that afternoon, when she came back, she was so happy to learn that not only had the necklace vanished from the robbers, but it had returned to the rightful place where it should have been all along. And that is the vanishing and reappearing necklace.